I can fit it in there. I have to bring the tabletop down. And she's fitting now, so she's not look nice there, doesn't it? By the time I put silicone on there, it's going to raise up a wee bit. You can see the idea. I need to rub out that pencil mark. I suppose it'll come away after. I'll keep the pencil mark on there when I get the silicone on, because I don't want silicone out too far. But I'll get the silicone on now. That bracket needs to come up a wee tiny bit there. See how tight a fit that is? So see, it's slightly out there. You need two people here, that's the problem. You need two people. But everybody in my family is older than me. They're all disabled. They're all trying to get a deal at the minute. Like, it's just a wee fraction out there, boys. A wee tap of the hammer. We'll sort that out there. Another way of putting it in, by putting the tabletop up that way. Because gravity keeps pulling it out on me. Now gravity's help holding it in. And I can get behind and then clamp all them on. Because I can't be arsed about when putting on silicone. It needs to be done right. So I'll start off by using the cheaper silicone for around the chipboard, and then we'll put the Evo stick on the steel bit here. And then once that's in, I get the clamps tightened up behind. I'll fit the taps. I'm not going to get in there, get the taps on afterwards. And see about then getting it fitted in place. See, the problem with that land there, see that wee gap? That gap's now, that's the wood bending. That's why when that's clamped on, holds it in place. Whenever it's on there, that won't be a problem. But the actual weight of the wood itself is bending it. So that's ready now to get siliconed. Everything's looking okay there. Got the sink screwed in. Well, I thought I'd put the taps on before putting it up in place. Look at the taps. £100, they were just £100. But how are you supposed to get the wee nut? This first one here, this is the cold. The cold's the highest pressure. So I can get a spanner. I can get the spanner in sideways. That's all very well. I can get the cold sort of tight. Bear in mind, you don't have to do them as tight because the rubber's sealed. And one is complaining about these pipes are too small. So I may have to go and get a larger one. But I'm going to put the hot one on now. I can't get the spanner in there. It's just too deep in to get the spanner in. Now I can get a pair of pliers and turn the whole pipe itself. It's a bit hard doing this when I'm trying to film, I'll tell you. But you get the idea. So there's no way a spanner is going to go in there now. I think that's called style again. See, they don't make nothing easy, do they? Like? So there's no way now that spanner is going to go in there. Impossible. So the only thing I can do now is get plumber's pliers and turn this whole thing here without damaging it. Just give that a wee use up. The hot's not as high as pressure, but maybe hand tight might do it. I don't know, but I'd like a spanner. So unless, you know, it'd be nice if they put a wee spanner in the box. If there's a space that's fitting to make it look nice and neat. They're nice enough taps and all like, but you have to really fit it. I got a pair of plumber's pliers now and just give it a wee pinch up. A wee important thing putting on these, there's the wee bolt that holds them on. One end has got a wee slot, the other end hasn't. So you need to make sure anybody doing this, keep the slot at the bottom. Because at times then, if you go take the taps off or something, the whole thing I want to twist, and then you can hold it with a screwdriver while you tighten the nuts up. That screws into that wee hole. Taking forever. I've the taps not screwed in, but the problem with them taps there is if them pipes leak, it is impossible with any tool invented to tighten them taps up. If the pipes leak, there's no tool can tighten it. The only way to get it tight is if the tabletop is not in place. So it cannot leak. I don't have no copper pipe. I can't build nothing else till I make sure that's watertight. I went down to the brother's house. They're getting the bathroom and all renovated. They've got professionals in. That's a wee bit of rough pipe. I've made this up temporary. I'm going to test out both the hot and the cold using mains cold pressure. So these could leak. See the paint on the pipes? This is temporary. It's just, I've no care. Can't get the plumbers. So I'm going to stick that in there now. And stick that pipe on there. And then stick that one on there. I'll put a bucket underneath. I can point at the right place. I'll tighten that up there now, that wee temporary pipe. Tighten it up. Stick on these tap connectors one at a time. It's just a matter of testing it out. I'll put a bucket underneath to catch the water because I don't want to put all this plumbing in and find there's leaks. So I want to put up the full pressure. If these leaks, doesn't matter. That's not important. The important thing is the actual tap doesn't leak. If it leaks, there's no way can you get a tool in there to tighten that. It's impossible. The actual bracket that holds it together just means it's impossible to get at it. If anybody ever had a wall tiled, you'd never get at it again. I don't like the way it is. There's the clamps now I put on now. See where the clamps is holding this tabletop up? So what I'll probably do now before I finish, I'll loosen them clamps. Silicone's on now. I'll let the silicone harden. I'll loosen the clamps and I'll put the clamps underneath these steel brackets. You see, there's no way I can chisel all them away there, like. It's going to sit on top. So if it's slightly crooked then, I might have to put a wee spacer in here to allow for that. And a wee spacer along them battens, get everything all level again. What can you do, like? The sink's bigger than the cabinet. So there's nothing no other way around it. But right now, all I have to do is a water test. Make sure this is watertight. I'll drill the wee hole there. It's going to turn the water on. The wee water taps are behind there. You don't know where all the pipe's going to end up. You see, that's the last of the copper pipe I had. That's the height I got. And of course, I can always get more copper pipe and extend on it. And the water turned on now. I'm not looking for water out of here. I wouldn't trust that because see where it's weak. Them boys bent that over. If you hadn't bent it over, I could have used that. I wouldn't trust that. I've got my wee push fittings. All I need is a bit of strip pipe. Now there might be still air in that, so we'll let the air out. We're doing the coal first. Got some flow out there, boys. It's splashing all over the place. Hot the aim for the hole. There's good pressure in that, aren't I? You see why I want a deep sink? But I wash out dog food can, all the water splashes everywhere. Very good pressure, so we have. So there's no air in that now. So I'll leave that turned on now and make sure none of them connections up there get wet, that there's no water coming down. And then after half an hour or so, in fact, you know, it's not coming down now. I'll leave it for half an hour. I'll get these changed now. I'll get them tightened up. That there's holding up as well. It's awkward that in it. It's out of break bit. And then we'll try the hot. In fact, I'll do the hot now. The cold's tighter than the hot. So I'll take that cold off now and I'll put the hot on. And if the hot doesn't leak, the cold's definitely okay because it's on tighter. I knew the cold would be higher pressure, you see. So if that hot can stand up to the pressure of the cold, it'll be alright. I have the hot pipe connected now. These here are all leaking because they're not clean enough. I haven't tightened them up very tight. It's only a temporary job. The boys are coming to do my mother's house or the brother's house on Wednesday. Good bit of piping on that then. So this is now going to the hot. What I'm actually checking for is water coming out of these up here because that's what I can't fix later. That has to be dry. This is the hot now. So that's just a matter of getting the air out of it. Now once the air's out, we know there's water in it. So I'll check up there, make sure that's totally dry. So I can't leave it too long because it's all leaking down here. Need a nice clean bit of pipe before I can seal that. It's looking okay, like. So everybody's saying the pipes are too short. What they mean by too short is not the actual length, it's the fact you can't get in. That's one of the criticism in the views. Pipes are too short. It's the top of the end of the pipes are too short. It's not the pipes are too short, the taps is too deep here. The pipes are screwing on up way up here instead of down there. If they had the connectors and the tap further down, the pipes would have been okay. Suppose they had to make a wee bit extra space to get the brand name on. I'll tell you what I'm disappointed in. Oh no, I was going to say there's no Frankie sign here. The Frankie's actually on the overflow. So there's a wee, if you go to the bother and install one of these, you want, you know, I might have a visitor at Christmas time. You don't know these things. You want to knock our Frankie sink. So I think that's it. So what I'll do now is water everywhere now. I'll sort out these clamps. I would not recommend a Frankie sink. I've had to cut bits out now for these clamps. There's no idea where I should have to suffer all this. It's a lot of nonsense that's here, like. And like, what the silicone's going to do now in the front. If they want to make the tunnel so tight, they should have done what they do in some hobs and put a rubber seal underneath that. These taps are wee rubber seals. They should have rubber seal built in there instead of silicone. So what I've done now, like, I've cut out chunks now, cut out too much there to allow this to sit flat. All these clamps now in the front here, I've took them off and now I'll bring them back over this metal. But the silicone's not getting dry when you're messing about with that. That one there's gone back. There's always one on there. Always one. It's a 3-man job this here, like. Them two they need loosened a bit. That needs pulled up some of them. But no, I've never had this hassle putting a sink in, like. They have to go on there. Now, there's a B&Q base unit. Other ones will have a wooden front. Would a wooden front make any difference? I don't think so. So you get the idea now. I've brought the clamps of the sink now forward here. Them ones at the back. That's sitting down sound. That's a lot of work extra. Why a lot of extra work? I'm just looking. Is that one even tight there, is it? I don't know if that clamp's tight right there. Maybe I forgot about that. I'll use a hand screwdriver for that one. But like the silicone is going to go off. So you get the idea now, like. So the clamps will go on here, like. I need 2 hands. You get the idea. And now it's sitting flush now. Because once you start going out off crookedness, everything goes all right. You got to keep, no point using spirit level and then go and stick on a big blocks underneath and knocks everything out. So I get the 2 hands, I get this only seconds now. But should them pipes ever leak, it's a disaster. Having to undo all this here for 2 pipes. When I tilted the tabletop up, that pipe fell out. I say it was only on temporary. All the water gushed all over the place. That's the thing about temporary. If all it needs a foot of pipe, if I push a foot of copper pipe, that'll be finished now. I can finish all the plumbing. I don't care to get the plumbers for. If I could have down the plumbers and took Luna for a walk for a foot of copper pipe. I don't know. I'm learning the hard way here that with these Frankie sinks, you got to pull the wee cover off your overflow. And you start off the wrong way around. You start off with putting on your waste underneath. And then you assemble everything together. And I presume now that this must flick up into place. Because when you start from the top, it will not go together. So you must start from the bottom. Push it up then that way. Can't tell you what, it's still tight, I tell you. Either that or else I like to tighten that first. Unless you're supposed to just set the whole thing up in one go and tighten up with a screwdriver. I'd prefer doing it. Nothing's handy. Nothing's handy. I'll tell you. I want to see if I squeeze this up without breaking it. Just about. That's a tight fit, that boy. Tight fit. So I would say you're meant to just hold it by hand and then tighten that screw with a screwdriver. The washer's away now. But this washer has to go in now. Get that washer and screw it together. So the whole idea, if this one overflows, it overflows into the wee one. And if the plug is in the wee one, it goes down the overflow and back into the drain. That's a nice neat design, but I've never put one of these together before. It's well made, like, but it's just, you don't have no instructions, like. You're working it out for yourself. They didn't give no arm key. They should have given an arm key. For the amount of money you pay, like, they should have had an arm key. We'll get the rest of this together. Checking there's a bit of adjustment in this here. This wee one can be adjusted. So if it's put down to its lowest, it'll go up there, no problem. And then you can always push up a wee bit. So it's just, it was too high the first time. I'm not pointing the camera the wrong way. It's just too high the first time. So it's handy enough. We'll get this wee thing screwed on now. These 2 hands again. So that wee cover screws on there. Get into focus now. So you just tighten that with the wee Allen key then. And then once that's finished then you put on the wee Frankie name. Make sure it's the right way around. She just clicks on there. So that's the neatest bit of the sink there. Apart from the fact I want that deep sink, that's pretty neat to overflow on it, instead of cheap plastic things. So now, because it's deep here, so it'll overflow into that. And that plain one, you know, so the parts is pretty well made, like, you know, they're good quality. Just they could have made it a bit simpler. Most of those things are brushed aluminium rather than shiny. I don't know why they don't want to do shiny, because I like things shiny. What's that there now? Look. You had to position it with the Frankie name shown, wouldn't you? You might have a guess, like. So this last wee bit then doesn't come with the U-bends or nothing, so that everybody's got their own U-bends depending on what way you do your sink. So I've got my U-bend is going to hold the dishwasher hose as well. So I won't do the U-bends until I get this copper pipe done tomorrow. Found a wee off-cut of copper pipe. There's how simple it was to make the connection. It's just a straight piece of pipe. I didn't have any. And same on the other side now. Another wee straight pipe on the other side. Why are you chatting? 6 inches. And I can put the other one on. The only thing is my plumbing here is back to front. It had to be that way because of the hassle of getting in from the bath. So I just have to do like a wee thrust over here with these flexible ones. The hot's always on the left. So the next pipe there go on there. So that's going to fit okay. So it's not very short, is it? About a foot, less than a foot. And this drain pipe now, I'll take that one away and I'll replace a new drain pipe. One straight drain pipe up and it's crossed, no connections needed. And the other drain pipe goes up there and I have the connection. So the drain pipe's there, but I'll get Luna fed now. Poor wee things, she's fed up. I was not expecting all day to put one tabletop in, but there's so much hassle. You see like these wee clamps there, the clamps is all in place now, nice and neat and all. And I'll never ever be able to change them pipes without ripping everything out. I don't want the hassle of ripping everything out. I want to make sure it's just watertight before I start cutting them panels and things. Because like if I never got them clamps underneath, them end panels would be short. So the end panels now, I could do my wee L brackets for the end panels as well. The end panels will go together pretty easy. Once it's going, so another hour to finish this off. But I don't want to do all this plumbing and find that's leaking. So that's why I'm waiting now to see if any leaks. So I'll let that run. I got there now. That's full pressure, everything's on. I'll let that run there now for 6 hours. And then I'll change over to the hot. It's very unlikely the hot's going to leak. So I'll just change these over. And then once I come down tomorrow morning, I'll finish off these end panels, get the doors and fancy bits on. And dishwasher will come up. Once the dishwasher's in, this is it. This is my kitchen. I'll finish that. What I'm going to do here now, once this is all in, I'll see how far the tabletop is past the doors. And then I'll do the same that side. But what I'm going to do here, instead of cutting the tabletop, I'm going to cut into the wall. So I can sink that into the wall. To me, it might be handier. I suppose other ones would cut it. Maybe I will cut it, you know. I'm on my own. I could cut a wee bit off, like, I will see. I was going to sink it into the wall, but this is Monday. Never got nothing done the weekend. I can't remember what happened. Saturday was a good day. You can't spend all day Saturday in here on a good day. And then yesterday, I bought a TV yesterday. Problems with that too. Not problems running it, problems installing it. But it's installed, half installed now. So I had to go down with, to get the TV, I had to take the car apart. Take all the bed and all out. The car, that's right, the car's going down fixing today. I had to hoover the car. Took the bed out, all the accessories, everything's all taken out of the car. But before I done all the hoovering, I took all the rubbish down to recycling. They didn't open at 1 o'clock on Sunday. So I took all the recycling down, brought the TV up, hoovered the car. That was most of Sunday gone. So I get her fed now. This is the day after yesterday. I tested the pipes all night, no leaks. So what I've done now, I'm 1 foot of copper pipe short. The brother's away down now to London now to get stuff and calling on the local plumbers to get me 1 foot of pipe. He'll sell a foot of pipe. So once I get that 1 foot of pipe, it's very simple. It's a wee 90-degree bend. I want to do only a no-ring. I need to check if I need a no-ring for that. There's one in there. Because wee O-rings only last once. I've done the external waste. The reason why I keep the external waste separate, which I've learned from the past, you can put a waste disposal onto these. And see, if you put a waste disposal on and you share the pipe, the food waste going down will backflow up towards the washing machines and dishwashers. So it's better, it's just better to have its own pipe, like, keep it separate. Easier for plumbing too, just keeps it all, because I can get my hand on everything and all, like. And you got the washing machine going in there, a dishwasher going in there, as it is now. But anybody else wants to come along later on and put on a waste disposal, can do. I wouldn't be arsed with waste disposal. I don't dump chips and beans every day. I think I dump a tea bag. I'm not going to put a waste disposal on for a tea bag. So that's about it finished there now. So I'm going to do these side panels. That's an old piece of wood I just put in to see how level the floor is. The floor is a wee bit crooked there. I'm going to cut the panels now, but I don't like chipboard touching the floor, so I've got this wee bit of metal here. It's not very thick, so I'm going to cut a wee slither of that off and just set it on the bottom panel. Now if I have tiled the floor or whatever floor surface I'm putting on, if I put on a wooden floor, these panels will have to come back off and be cut the right size again. But I'm going to keep the cut bit up to the top, the chipboard is cut up the top, and keep the bit where the tape seam on the bottom. Try and keep the bottom as watertight as possible. So either way, this doesn't affect doing this. So I'll fit this now as it is. I'll just use wee L brackets. I usually use wee L brackets to move things out in the meantime, just to hold it to the floor. Because I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with the floor. The floor won't be touched until next year. Because I might put a whole new heating system in. Because the radiators, once I do the bedroom, the radiator doesn't even move. I need new radiators anyway. So next summer, I might just put a whole new, I won't change my oil burners good, but I get all new radiators put in the whole house. And so I don't know whether I'm going to extend what I have and dig the floor up, or just put a whole new system in. I think I put a whole new system in. So that's it. Start getting these panels cut now. I just noticed these plugs here. These wee things, that's the plugs as well. This is my wee Frankie sink. So that is your plug as well. Looks like out there, the water runs down. This should be going now. Why the water turned on? Oh, I'll turn the water on. The water is on now. Oh, that's the hot tap I'm using. Cold this thing. So that waste there should be, oh, that there, boys, not well lined up there. That's the advantage I get my wee tap that matches the sink. So that's how going down there now. But then if you push your plug down, just push it down, and that's your plug. Push it up and down. Neat, isn't it? So now if that one doesn't line up 100% there now, boys, it's slightly out. Well, let's check out the overflow now. There's a very good pressure in my house, so I want to see if that overflow can cope with the pressure of the water. When it overflows, make sure everything's watertight. I'll put the tap on full pressure. Bear in mind, you're not going to have a tap on full pressure all the time either. Like. So just see if I can do it. I don't know now, it's looking doubtful. You can't do it. The water's going quicker than what that can go out. Oh, she's just about holding it. She's just about holding it, boys. Put on full blast now. There's some pressure in this house. I don't have no pumps in it. The hot water is useless, like, but the cold's brilliant. That's why I want a deep sink. Because when I want this, you see if you can drain both now together. Look at that there, boys. No problem there. If I fall asleep now, if I have a heart attack, I'm down this floor and nobody finds me for 5 days, at least the cupboards won't get damaged with water. Pretty good that. Pull your wee plug up a wee bit. So that's very neat there. Fast draining too. It's all about speed, isn't it? Like speed. I have to wash a can out very quickly. Now I haven't got all these tightened up right yet, so I haven't done them with a spanner, but I froze my finger. So I'm waiting to the end to make sure this copper pipe's in. I'll go around there and put a wee towel on and give them all the last wee hand tighten. Another thing I'm going to do as well, I'm going to put silicone along here. One of the worst things about a kitchen unit, I don't know why they have to do it this way. The base unit in the kitchen is the same as every other unit. And they see where it's cut out here for that back panel to go in. But that also means the water goes in there. This chipboard, it's raw chipboard. The amount of water you spill pulling up a sink and all. And even later on when you're changing the tap, water's always spilling. So now that I have this finished, I know that board doesn't have to come off anymore. I'm going to silicone around there with the deer silicone. And any more water splashes won't get into them seams. I'll do the sides as well. Now that there is a wee bit dodgy. That's where the cabinet came new. But that's also a weak point there. Like, that's just the quality of B&Q there. I've lost my shelf. Don't know what I've done with the shelf. It's lying somewhere. But the shelf was just about go on there, underneath these here. And as for the top there, I'll just put like a wee grill or something so I can get access to the back. And any silicone left over, I'll probably splash all around these plugs, then back boxes. Put any leftover silicone, block them all off. But everything's looking well there now. I get these end panels cut. So 1 foot of pipe now, and that's how finished and plumbed. I'll get the dishwasher in tonight, and from tonight now I'll be using this kitchen. And then the brother's getting a new bathroom in his house. He's getting professionals in. Big money, thousands. But they've got the money. And I'm going to take 2x4 timber from the wall out of the skip, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to put a 2x4 timber one. I'm dividing the shed in two. That's going to be all plastic decking here. It's going to have a nice wee L lounge. Oh, it's going to be all neat. No, it's not going to be a tatty shed no more. Because I don't need a tatty shed. I want to relax. So there's going to be a 2x4 wall built halfway up that shed. That other wall there is coming out, and but no step down, Just walk out into it, and I'm going to have like an outdoor kitchen. So this is the kitchen I got from my niece here. You see, it's only a 4 years old kitchen. So if I get them, imagine the walls behind that, and it's all painted up. You won't see the rest of the crap. All that comes away. When I get the doors and all on, and the plastic decking coming up, and your wee L-shaped lounge, anything I have for car camping, like cool boxes and all, can just sit out here. They don't have to be inside. Very handy, like. That's the idea. So I'm not going to go and buy piles of new timber in this timber line in the skip. Perfectly good. Price of 2x4 now. So I'll get these cut.